Crosley Green is a name etched in the annals of American injustice. His story is a stark reminder of the systemic flaws that plague our justice system, particularly for black men. In 1990, Green's life took a tragic turn. He was convicted of a crime he maintains he did not commit. His only hope now lies in the hands of a system that has repeatedly failed him. Green's case is not just about one man's fight for freedom. It is a microcosm of a system where racial bias and prosecutorial misconduct can condemn an innocent man to a life behind bars. The lack of physical evidence against him is deeply troubling, yet for decades he has remained trapped in a nightmare, separated from his loved ones and robbed of his future. Crosley Green's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite facing insurmountable obstacles, he clings to hope. He dreams of the day he can walk free, finally exonerated from a crime he did not commit. His journey is a testament to the power of hope and the unwavering pursuit of justice. The year was 1990. Charles Chip Flynn, a young man from Brevard County, Florida, was found shot dead. His ex-girlfriend, Kim Hallock, claimed they had been carjacked by a black man. Her testimony became the cornerstone of the prosecution's case against Crosley Green. Despite the lack of physical evidence linking Green to the crime scene, the jury delivered a guilty verdict. The racial makeup of the jury, entirely white, raised immediate concerns about the fairness of the trial. Green's fate was sealed, it seemed, by a system that often viewed black men with suspicion and prejudice. The prosecution relied heavily on Hallock's testimony, painting a picture of Green as the perpetrator. However, inconsistencies in her account and the absence of any physical evidence cast a long shadow of doubt over the verdict. Green's conviction was a miscarriage of justice, a stark example of how racial bias can permeate the legal system. For years, Crosley Green fought to prove his innocence from behind bars. His legal team tirelessly investigated his case, uncovering a truth the prosecution had fought hard to conceal. In a shocking revelation, it was discovered that exculpatory evidence that could have exonerated Green, had been deliberately withheld by the prosecution during the trial. This discovery sent shockwaves through the entire legal community. The very foundation of Green's conviction began to crumble, revealing a deeply disturbing truth. The prosecution, it appeared, had been more interested in securing a conviction than in seeking true justice. Their actions were a blatant violation of Green's right to a fair trial, a right enshrined in the very fabric of the American justice system. The revelation of prosecutorial misconduct cast a harsh light on the flaws within the system. It served as a stark reminder that the pursuit of justice can be thwarted by those entrusted to uphold it. For Crosley Green, this discovery was a beacon of hope, a sign that the truth, though buried for many years, had finally come to light. In 2018, after nearly 3 decades of wrongful imprisonment, a federal judge overturned Green's conviction. The judge cited prosecutorial misconduct as the basis for his decision, acknowledging the grievous injustice that had been inflicted upon Green. Finally, after years of tireless efforts, a glimmer of hope emerged. Green was released from prison on house arrest in 2021, his first taste of freedom in over 30 years. However, this taste of freedom was short-lived. The state of Florida, in a move that shocked and dismayed Green's supporters, appealed the overturned conviction. The U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear his case in 2023, dealing a devastating blow to Green and his loved ones. He was ordered back to prison, his hard-won freedom ripped away. Green's return to prison was a cruel reminder of the uphill battle he still faced. The prosecution's relentless pursuit of his continued confinement, despite the overturned conviction, highlighted the systemic resistance to acknowledging and rectifying wrongful convictions. In another cruel twist of fate, the Florida Commission on Offender Review, responsible for determining Green's parole eligibility, made a grave miscalculation. The board incorrectly calculated his presumptive parole release date, adding over 4 decades to his sentence. This error, a result of improperly counting underlying offenses, meant that Green, if the error was not corrected, would remain unjustly imprisoned for years beyond his intended release date. This miscalculation was a blatant injustice, compounding the already egregious miscarriage of justice Green had suffered. It highlighted the indifference and lack of accountability that often plague parole boards, trapping individuals in a bureaucratic nightmare. For Green, already robbed of decades of his life, this error added insult to injury. The parole board's error was a stark reminder that even within the system, technicalities and bureaucratic indifference can have devastating consequences. It underscored the urgent need for reform and oversight to prevent such errors from occurring and to ensure that individuals like Crosley Green are not unjustly denied their rightful freedom.